Hey kids, how you doing? It's me, Johnny Fox, here with another Snickcast. We'll have some special guests joining me very shortly. There we go.
There we go.
Hey,
Hey, I am just a huge head, which is but hey. So I'm going to start as I always do.
Mhm.
I'm going to leave it straight over to you guys. Tell the kids at home a bit more about who you are and what you do.
Take
okay.
it away. It's up to you.
Me?
Yeah, you take it away.
Okay. We are two of the instructors from Kazoku Martial Arts. We've been running since 1978. Not by us personally, because we're not that old. Ops. Founded by Ian McAllister, and then he retired probably 5 years ago now.
Something like that.
5 years ago, and taken over by Ellen McAllister, his daughter, and us, and Matilda, who isn't here right now. We teach kickboxing, but we teach traditional martial arts and we compete kickboxing. So we teach Wadaroo in a family-run organisation. We teach weapons. We have world title holders.
Yeah.
What else have we got?
We're just listing Ellen's achievements.
Ellen's achievements.
Ellen
Has, yeah, they're absolutely endless, but she's got numerous world titles, European titles.
That's in fighting and
Fighting,
and
weapons,
and
you name it, she's
anything.
got it. You've got a world title. Matilda's got a world title. I don't have any world titles. CCAS for
No,
everything.
I don't.
That's
Wow.
the one that keeps the wheels running.
Something like that.
Something like
We
that.
compete all over the country and internationally. We've just actually qualified for the first time in a while with as many. We've qualified with 9 fighters and weapon competitors in the World Games in Czech Republic in September.
In Prague.
So we're currently fundraising for that. What else are we doing?
I don't know.
We've just done a sports day today, so we've had all the kids in, played lots of random games.
Yep.
Floor is lava being a priority, obviously.
And
weapons.
So that's quite a pedigree that you come with. Then, if so, where are you based?
We are
based
next to Sofa UK, which is close to Dalton Asda in Rotherham.
Yeah.
There you go, kids. So and that's so you excuse me. So you have classes from children through to adults.
Yeah, we start from the age of 4 now. We did start from 3, but now we start from 4 up to whatever. So they're all split into categories. We've got beginners sections, then we've got advanced sections, and then we've got teen and adults they all train together, don't they?
Yeah.
So we've got a variety of abilities there, but we all train together. It's all good.
Oh, fantastic. So, obvious questions out the way at the first. So, Kazoku, if I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Kazoku.
Kazoku? Right.
Yeah.
Right. So, what does that mean?
What does it mean? It means family, which is pretty much what we stand for.
Hey, I like that.
Family. We are a family-run organisation. We teach families as well as individuals, obviously. And basically, everybody that walks through the door becomes part of our family. It's just a huge family, and we all look after each other. That's the ethos.
I like that. I like that a lot. So, what would you say? So, come on then. Let's get some people in. I'm sure you've got more than enough to handle. But what would you say? What are the benefits?
The benefits
from learning martial arts. Yeah.
Discipline, the main one.
Discipline.
Discipline.
Respect.
Yeah, respect.
Coordination, determination. We could go on, really.
Yeah, from
resilience.
From growing up, it's a good thing to like instill discipline into children and stuff. Make sure they've sort of. I don't know what's.
Bottom line is, if you're not doing well in school, but you're doing well in the club, we expect you to be doing well in both areas. So we don't just teach martial arts. We don't just teach behaviours as such. We expect you to be an all-rounder. So we try and teach that at the same time. So if we've got a child who'd rather be with us training and fighting and doing whatever, but then isn't succeeding in school, we'll support them to try and succeed in school. That's bottom line. We don't like anybody to miss out on things. You either do everything or you don't do the other thing that you want to do.
So you definitely feel that the disciplines of a martial art can help you in other aspects of your life then, yeah?
We've got numerous children that have got additional needs, and in doing martial arts, become more grounded and then succeed in other areas of their life. We have seen that in various situations. It just improved everything, really.
Yeah. And then also for all older people as well, for any like adults or anything, it's always just good. It's a good hobby to keep you fit, exercised. It's always just something just you can pick up at any time. There's no age limit, time limit on any of it. Like we've had people who like in the 70s join for even
just
if it's
for fitness and for
fitness,
a bit of family, a bit of community.
a bit of community. It's
Yeah.
nice. It's just nice people to be around. So
how did you? So what's your? I guess like the more personal stories. I guess what attracted you to karate as a discipline? Yeah, as opposed
George
to
didn't have a
judo
choice.
or whatever.
Yeah, George didn't have a choice.
I didn't have a choice, but I'm glad I didn't because I've loved it ever since. So
I went back to it about 15, 16 years ago. And obviously then I dragged George and Matilda because they're my kids, and basically that's what they've got to do. You started training though, didn't you? You wanted to.
Yeah.
You didn't start.
it's because I started when I was about
You were 8, weren't you?
I think 7 or 8. But before you try every sport at that age. So I did football. I was rubbish at football, so I thought give this a go, and I just really enjoyed it. So stuck with it.
It's not been easy though, has it, for you?
No, there's been ups and downs. It's not always like I think it's not. Obviously, go on. I'll let you.
I was just thinking, for martial arts purposes, people seem to have this misconception that you have to be aggressive to be a martial artist, but that's not what it's about. It's about control.
It's the opposite.
It's the exact opposite of aggression, really. And because you didn't have that as a child, he was a very nice little boy, as you do, and he didn't want to hurt anybody. And that's not what it's about. It's about pulling your punches and not hurting someone, but you have to learn that.
Yeah, having the ability to pull it rather than go through and smash someone's face in. That's not what we do. Yeah. It's also you still get the self-defense part. So if it needs to happen at any point, like if you're in that danger, you've got something that you can use to defend yourself, which is always good to have.
Good. Yeah. I mean, it happened to you. I mean, George was at university, and somebody tried to
mug me on my way home from university.
They didn't mug him.
They didn't mug me, so.
But he didn't hurt him either.
Yeah,
the same token.
Yeah, I didn't hurt him, so yeah.
Yeah, I was a couple of episodes ago. I started to a fantastic Chinese American comedian, and she's only fairly recently took up martial arts. When she moved to the States, she kind of wanted to turn her back on anything kind of East. Like she didn't have the greatest upbringing in China. Right. China wasn't that great to her, you know. So she really wanted to get away from that stereotype of people just assuming, you know, from looking at her, that she'd know martial arts. And I did say, but to be fair, that meant if there was you and then this white woman walking down the road, if somebody wanted to steal a phone, they were going to go for hers.
That's a good point, yeah.
Not yours, which. But but now she was like really thinking, it is part of the heritage of culture, and it doesn't have to be a stereotype. But you've had, so do people come? I mean, obviously people watch movies and stuff and just think that looks like fun.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's like incredibly
Some
hard
people
work, but I'm sure you try and make it fun.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, people come in and they're like, I want to be like Karate Kid, I want to be like Cobra Kai, or I want to be like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
When Cobra Kai came out, I'm sure we got a few extras from from that. Free promotion, isn't it? It's great.
Well, but you've got to do the work to get to that point.
Yeah.
And it is fun, but you know, with the same token, we don't give belts away, so you have to work for them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So so talk me through that a little bit. How many stages is there?
As far as
how many belts?
How many belts?
We do belts.
So we have a white belt and we have a stripe belt, which are the first belts basically, because
beginner belts.
Little people need a belt to know that they're succeeding, and then the yellow belt is part of our syllabus. Then the orange, then the green, then blue, then purple, then brown, black tag, brown gold tag.
Yep,
and black. And then after you've got your black belt, you then need to do different gradings to get your dans.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so that's a long road ahead.
It's a long road ahead. It took us both, and Matilda,
at least about 10 years, I think.
Yeah, about 10 years for us to get our black belts.
Yeah.
We don't just give them away, like I said.
You've got to earn them.
You've got
Definitely
to earn
them.
Yeah, but I imagine that's like most things, you never really stop learning. We can always be better.
Yeah.
Can't we? We can always be better than we were yesterday.
Yeah, definitely. And they say the learning starts after once you get your black belt.
So because then it's more about learning your holds, your pressure points.
Yeah.
There's various other things that you learn once you have got your black belt.
What it's like to be an actual martial artist rather than becoming one.
Yeah. If that makes any sense.
I don't know.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. So what made you go to take to teaching, to passing it on from learning itself?
Ultimately, we are family run. So Ellen, myself, George and Matilda basically we just run it.
Yeah.
That's it. So we got our black belts, and ultimately we needed more instructors anyway. So we just took over from there. Because we've grown, we needed more instructors. We have got another 3 black belts, but they're not teaching yet. We've got a leadership team as well. So basically what we do, once you get to a certain age and you can handle the responsibility, or we think you can handle the responsibility, we'll offer a spot on the leadership program. So ultimately you would help out in class. And what that does is not only does it increase your confidence moving forward, but it also allows you to embed your learning. So we might have someone who's an orange belt teaching a yellow belt how to do whatever their next moves are for their next grade. And in doing that, they're then embedding the learning they previously learned and understand it more. So if you're doing your kata, you learn your kata and you get your belt, but do you know why you're doing your kata or what your kata's about? A lot of people don't realise that they go through the moves because that's what we've taught them. They know what the moves are, they know where to block, they know where to kick, they know where to punch, and they know where to kia, but they don't know why they're doing it. So we do what's called bunkai. So in your yellow belt kata, ultimately you're fighting 4 opponents. So all those moves, whether it be a block, a punch, or a kick, are attacking the 4 people that are attacking you. So in doing that, in actually doing the bunkai with the person that's learning the kata, it then embeds their learning as well as their learning. Does that make sense? I think without doing it, I don't know if you know what I mean. But yeah, so and then we've got a leadership team of teens that are basically, by being leaders, they're becoming more confident in themselves. They can talk to both teens and adults and little people. And in doing that, that also expands them for future moving into work and things.
And also just get so much enjoyment out of showing what you know to other people. Like from doing it for so long, sharing that knowledge, it only then benefits you, like Mum said, and then it also benefits them. They're getting something out of it. You're getting something out of it. It's just great.
It's great to see the improvement into it.
Yeah.
So as they're getting better and they understand it, you can see where that block is going in the right place now, because they know that they're blocking a roundhouse kick, or they're blocking an overhead strike, or they're attacking someone and moving them out of the way. Their punches are then stronger. So it's nice. Mm-hmm. It's nice to watch. It's nice when they get it, when it finally clicks. And it doesn't always happen straight away.
Sounds good. Sounds like a good place to be. Family seems like the right word.
It is.
Definitely.
It really does.
And that includes parents as well.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, we said at the beginning, we're fundraising, and all the parents are behind that. All the parents are doing whatever they need to do to help raise the funds to get everybody there. So it's not cheap, dude. It's a 1,500 quid for everybody each.
If people want to help out with that,
we have a GoFundMe page. We've got a GoFundMe page that's on our Kazoku martial arts page, just pinned at the top. But I can share it again so that it's visible. No problem.
Fantastic. Hopefully maybe this helps in some small way. Probably not, but you never know. I always say if I just reach one person who didn't know before this went up, then my work's done.
Right. Yeah. We're after any new people. It's all good.
It's up for the opportunity. It's nice. It's great.
Nice. No, it's good. It sounds fantastic. Personally, I've only ever had that what to me seems like a fantasy. Like, I wouldn't be able to do it. I
Oh, no.
love watching other people. I love watching movies. I like learning the
You've
kind
got
of
an opening
the
invite to come down and
history
try.
and things.
Opening
But
invite. We'll have you in, and you can do whatever you need.
Yeah.
We'll get you there.
there's a guy I know, as you alluded to earlier. There's a guy I know. He's 64, and we just got chatting, and he just very politely and very gently put me on the floor with like 2 fingers on my wrist. There was nothing I could have done about it if I wanted to, and it was like, it's real. It's all real.
Really?
Like, wow, that's impressive. It's not to be like aggressive. I don't want to go out doing that to people, but like you know, he's still got it. He hasn't been at the dojo for a while. He had a family incident, but he says every weekend he's going through his patterns and whatever. He's in full regalia. It's not something he's going to stop doing.
Yeah.
He's just he's not attending his weekly classes anymore for now. But it was absolutely brilliant. Yeah. So all ages, all genders, all of that. Everybody's welcome.
Yeah.
Of course, this ain't free. Would you consider is it a relatively expensive? I don't want to say hobby. I guess it's not really something you do as a hobby. It's more of a.
It's a commitment, but we are cheaper than anybody else in the area. And then if you go on it, we have different packages. So you can either come 3 times a week for a certain amount of money per month, or twice a week for a certain amount of money. And if you come 3 times a week, you're getting the best deal in that you're getting nearly 6 months free out of the year. So we don't charge the earth, which basically because we're in an underprivileged area. I can't say any more than that really on that one. So we're not going to overcharge anybody. We're quite happy to impart our learning as well as our own. We're not there to make $1 million, as it were. We're not going to make money out of you.
If someone was just thinking, if someone was going to spend out on maybe a gym membership or you guys, I mean, obviously you're going to say with us, but
I mean, these days you can get a gym membership for diddly squat, really. But then when you're in the gym, you're there on your own. You haven't got the same camaraderie. You haven't got the same family values, and you're not learning the same sort of things that we teach. So, for me, I can have my own gym membership myself, and I have done in the past. I haven't got one at the minute, but the amount of fitness you get out of doing martial arts, I don't need it.
I can't put weight on if I tried.
It does try. It tries hard.
I try.
But we train hard.
Yeah, we do train.
We train hard and we get results.
If you don't walk out dripping, you've not done the class.
In middle of winter, they come out steaming, don't you?
Wow.
Every time.
Well, sounds like the place to be if that's what people are interested in.
Lots of fun.
So let's have a little bit of fun then. Let's just have a quick little bit of fun. We've done a bit of the. It's not been a hard sell, but we've got the relevant information out there. Let's have a little bit of fun. I like to do this. Let's just play a little bit of this or that. So there's no wrong answers. It's just a bit of fun.
Yeah.
Now, the simple example, we'll go whoever you can both answer. Cats or dogs?
Oh, I knew that was going to be the first one.
We can't do that, can we?
We've got both.
We've got both.
A cat and a dog.
There you go. Okay. Well, if you're trying to put that weight on, pizza or kebab?
Pizza.
Oh, pizza. Definitely pizza.
Easy answer. So, country retreat or city living?
Country retreat.
I say city living, I think. Yeah, I like the hustle and bustle.
yeah, people do. Okay, would you rather go skydiving or scuba diving?
Scuba diving.
Skydiving.
Have you ever done?
No. No. I was thinking, do we go scuba diving? We didn't, do we?
No,
we were going to.
We were going to, and then we didn't. Not yet.
Not yet.
And you haven't been skydiving?
Definitely not been skydiving, but I'd like to.
Get sponsored. Raise some funds for skydive.
We were going for a haircut. That was what we're aiming for.
They've been trying to get me to shave my mullet for ages.
We thought you could raise funds that way.
Would you prefer big parties or small gatherings?
Small gatherings.
Small gatherings. Yeah.
Nice intimate. Would you rather see a puppet show or a magic show?
Magic show.
Yeah, magic show, I think.
Your puppets. Nobody wants to see puppets anymore.
No,
Just me, I think.
A bit strange.
It's scary.
What else have we got here? Polka dots or stripes?
Polka dots.
Horizontal or vertical?
It's a stripe, isn't it? Stripe's a stripe.
Vertical. If I'm saying stripes, vertical stripe, not horizontal.
Okay, let's do the controversial couple. Star Trek or Star Wars?
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Easy.
Yes. There's no wrong answers, but that's the right one. Dragon Ball or Pokemon?
I'd say Pokemon. I've not really seen much Dragon Ball. So.
I can go Pokemon.
So just for fun, I like to do these as well. Have you ever seen a UFO?
Don't think so. Can't say I have.
Can't say I have either.
No, I'd like to though.
Yeah.
Very much on the belief of aliens.
So, I mean, it's a big universe. Right?
It's a big exactly. They can't not be.
So I mean, what about them actually visiting our little backwater blue planet? Do you think that's a thing?
I don't know. I reckon. I mean, if you look at the things in the ocean, I wouldn't be surprised. Have you seen that new jellyfish they discovered recently?
There's some crazy. I mean, we know more about what's up there than we do about what's down there. I think that's documented.
Yeah.
What about a ghost? You ever seen a ghost?
I can't say.
Probably yes.
Probably.
Well, yes.
There's a story. Come on.
It's not really a story. It's just that not so much myself, I would say, because actually Matilda, my daughter, she, as a baby, she had a little dressing table in her bedroom with a silly little mirror thing on, the Fisher-Price one. Every day when she went to bed, that dressing table would be as it should be, with the mirror facing out. And every morning, when I went to get her up, it'd be facing the other way. And I said, "Have you turned that mirror over?" Because she was about 2. And she'd say yes. I said, "And why did you do that?" I said, "Because that man keeps coming to see me." And then she saw a picture of my granddad, and she went, "That man keeps coming to see me." Wow. And she'd been seeing him in the mirror. And I'm like, "Okay, well, Granddad, can you stop doing that, please? Because you're scaring her." And then I obviously explained to her that Granddad isn't going to hurt her. He's just checking in. But,
wow. There is definitely more going on. In this world than we understand.
Yeah.
That's a fact. So if you could, because it's this big family business, and I guess it seems somewhat, not in a bad way, but somewhat inevitable that you guys were going to be doing what you're doing as you've grown up. If you could be doing anything else, what would it be?
Lead singer of a metal band.
It wouldn't ever be a lead singer of anything.
No, I'd love to be though. Couldn't take my life, but
well, neither could I. But then that's why I'm here, and not Madison Square Garden or something. But then again, it's art. It's art. So unlike martial arts, where there's a very strict way it has to be, most of the forms of art are all subjective. So you may think you can't sing, but you never know. Somebody could absolutely. Your voice could be what makes them prefer that band over the others. You never know.
I mean, Morrissey couldn't sing. So.
No, I mean, certainly not metal, but Bob Dylan can't sing.
There you go.
I mean, Bob Dylan fans are going to crucify me, obviously, but I wouldn't say he's a really good singer, fantastic songwriter, lyricist, but really good. Mick Jagger, I mean, he's done all right for himself. Can he really sing? Is that a good voice? No. If you're a good, well-trained, black belt voice, I'm not so sure. So you can get away with it. It's all about attitude, especially if you're going something a bit rocky or metal. How the attitude and the a good PR.
Nevada, isn't it?
You're a good image. You're a good-looking guy. It's all about you can shift a lot of albums. You probably look better with your top off than I do. It's all about the level of morals you want to stick to as well. I think in that business, the amount of bands that got so much more attention than mine, and my sort of the admitted somewhat chip on my shoulder is bands that I thought were not bad by no means, but I thought on the night, if there was like 3 or 4 bands on the bill, the band getting all the attention that I thought we were, if I was brutally honest, at least a little bit better than.
Yeah.
But she's way better looking than I am.
Right.
You know, in the corset and the stockings and stuff. And she's, you know, maybe she's actually a slightly better singer as well, to be fair. But, you know, that used to really wind me up. But hey, you guys don't have to worry about that. If you are a champion, you're a champion for a reason. You just own that, and you've earned that.
Absolutely.
No gimmickry, no fakery allowed. That's got to be good. I could, I could take to that, to be honest. Anyway, So go on then. Throw me some bands. Throw me some of your favourite bands that I'm old and will have not heard of.
Okay. I'll say my favourite band at the minute is a band called Knock Loose. Don't know if you know of them.
Nope, but we'll do it after this.
Well, they're very, very, very loud, very aggressive, very shouty.
That works for me.
Perfect. Yeah, I went to see them back in March, I think, and they're so good. But they've just released a new album, and I'm so gutted that I missed that. I saw them before the new album because it's one of the best albums I've ever heard. So,
that will be the next hour of my day. And after we're done here, I love this. This is part of why I like doing this. I really do try not to be that miserable old man. You know, everything was better in my day. I mean, I do feel like a lot of it was, but I always give the new stuff a chance or whatever, because I just feel like that's how you've got to be. So I will be looking into that. So. Okay, I do a lot of movie stuff on the page. What was the last movie you saw that you'd recommend?
The new Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes one.
Yeah.
I went to cinema to see it, and it was really good. I didn't expect it to be as good as it was. So
yeah, I've got it planned for this week.
Have you watched the other ones?
I enjoyed the others, and I like the originals back in the day. So yeah, big fan. So I'm hoping it's not.
You were pleasantly surprised.
I was pleasantly surprised. I went in thinking it was going to be terrible. I can't lie. Yeah. But now,
most people seem to be saying it's at least as good as the others. So
yeah,
that worked for me. I'm up for that.
Yeah.
Right. So was the last? Did you get much time for TV?
No.
Or streaming?
No. Well, I recently watched Invincible. I don't know if you know of that.
Everybody but me. Everybody but me. Even people with no time are watching that, but not me. I will. I swear to God, I'll get round to it.
It's very, very good. Definitely recommend that one.
Everybody does. Everybody does. I need to find so much time. See, the thing is for me now is, I've always been a huge fan. I mean, I like pop culture in most forms. But since I started doing this, since I stopped pretending I can be in a metal band and started doing this, there's more of a sort of professional obligation to watch as much as possible so that I can
talk back
to people about it. So I have such a long list all the time, constantly. And while this doesn't pay, I have to actually hold down a day job. There's only so many hours in a day. And I do kind of like eating, sleeping.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think so, you know. But I do what I can. Invincible's on the list. I'll get there.
Definitely will.
I'll get there eventually.
J.K. Simmons is the bad guy.
Well, you know, another great reason to watch it.
There you go.
We did obsess over The Walking Dead, didn't we?
We did obsess over The Walking Dead. That's true. We did that for a good few months.
Might have been a year.
You know, I'm a huge zombie fan, and I haven't done it. I did the first sort of mini series, like about 6 episodes.
Yeah.
Whatever that very first one, and I did like it because it was real zombies. What I consider to be actual zombies, the slow, the walkers, or whatever they want to call them. George A. Romero zombies for me. So the infected that are in most other programs, running around on the ceiling and stuff like that, which is fine, which is entertaining and everything. But I was like, oh, real zombies! I could get into this, and for whatever reason, probably just because something else shiny and new just distracted me, and never quite. And then there's so much of it; it's a little bit overwhelming to think about going back and watching.
With all the spin-offs as well, wasn't it? I mean,
all the spin-offs.
All the spin-offs weren't great, but we're currently doing. Who are we doing? With Darren and
Rick and Michonne, the new Rick and Michonne show, the two main ones.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty much on the comics, so like I can pretty much talk to people about it. They've stuck fairly close, to the source material. Now, things happen in slightly different orders, or maybe a slightly, different person does something, but it works better on screen and stuff like that. So, but the comics were very good. So it's definitely been on the list. I did Z Nation though.
Oh, I've not done that one.
Because I thought, Z Nation, it doesn't have the budget,
right?
But it's definitely more. It's a little bit more fun, a little bit more kind of like maybe I kind of watched that thinking that's probably a little closer to what I think I might like. A combination of a few of the characters, and you think, yeah, that's probably what I do. Another episode, you think, yeah, that'd probably be me. I mean, that guy getting eaten, but like that would probably be me. Whereas I feel like with The Walking Dead, I was feeling, even just from the few I watched, I'm thinking, yeah, this is going to be like more Hollywood kind of stuff.
Definitely.
And smart heroes and baseball bats and like being cool. And I thought Z Nation was a bit more like
real.
A bunch of normal people, because there are normal people in the world who don't really know how to handle this. And so I kind of enjoyed that aspect.
That's something I might do that watch then.
But I mean, if you like zombies,
love zombies. Anything zombies.
Zombies. There is apparently George A. Romero, while no longer with us, apparently there is a new one. Due to drop the Of the Dead. About these things that he got so far through, and somebody like a close, like his assistant director who's worked with like for like 40 years or something, is finishing it off and going to posthumously release. We're still going to get his name on the poster and everything, because it sounds like it was pretty much done, really. So we are going to get one more.
Oh, nice. That'll be good.
At some point, which is good. Which is good, because they are the best.
They are good.
I mean, God knows there's a lot of zombie stuff to choose from if you're a zombie fan.
Yeah.
Slightly on a tangent to that, this or that, I forgot. Would you rather be a werewolf or a vampire? Because nobody wants to be a zombie, but would you rather be a werewolf or a vampire?
I think I'd go werewolf.
I think vampire, just because I prefer Robert Pattinson to that Jacob Warner.
I won't go down that one. I'm thinking, I can't go out in the sun if I'm a vampire.
Yeah, but you live forever as well.
Well, you don't go out in the sun anyway.
I don't go out in the sun. I stray away. I'm ginger, aren't I?
I'm just glad somebody said werewolf for a change. Because vampires are so sexy and so cool. Everybody wants to be a vampire. And there's nothing wrong with being a hairy mammal. Right?
That's true.
Look back at older photos. There's a lot less of this than there was like a couple of weeks ago. I should have done that for charity, since it was the whole Viking thing going on. But that time somebody said werewolf. Werewolves are great.
Yeah.
Werewolves are fantastic. Werewolves are cool.
Big T.
Werewolves are cool.
The American Werewolf in London.
My dad raves on about that. I've never seen it, but
I mean, after Reservoir Dogs, it's the greatest movie ever made for me. But that's
good choice.
Reservoir Dogs.
Reservoir Dogs.
Reservoir Dogs, because if we're going to briefly talk movies, and we found a movie that you both know.
Go on then.
Reservoir Dogs was a game changer. It changed everything. The whole industry changed after that film, both movies and TV. The whole pop culture references, the speed at which everyone talks. You know, things that people just take for granted. It's how TV is now. It's only like that because Reservoir Dogs got made.
Right.
Yeah. No, I agree.
No, it really is. You can't ever. You could be people are. It's a miss on Tarantino, whether it's personal or whether they like all the swearing.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's a bit violent for some people or whatever. But
you know what you're getting.
Yeah.
From a filmmaking point of view, from the actual artistry of it, it did change everything. Everybody ever since is basically a derivative of Reservoir Dogs. Whatever the genre, there's something in it that wouldn't be that way. You know,
Right.
even the horror movies or whatever, they'd still be done like the Hammer way.
Right. Yeah.
If it wasn't for, you wouldn't get Van Helsing or The Conjuring or something if Reservoir Dogs didn't happen, if Tarantino didn't happen. That was always a thing in the band. My big like dream of making it would be if I get a song in the Tarantino movie.
Film.
That was the ridiculous. Like people want to play sell out Wembley or whatever. It was like if I could get a song in a Tarantino movie, that's when I can quit and just like die happy. That would have been the ultimate. And he phones me, not me going, please use my song. But when he hears my song somewhere and his people call my people. Because wouldn't it be nice to have people? I said, we want that song. That would have been that was
really good.
Yeah, like if you wanted to consult you guys for choreography for Kill Bill 3.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
straight on it
because it does seem like because his next film is his last film. And he's been very tight-lipped about what it's going to be. Smart Money does seem to be on Kill Bill.
Really?
One more. That seems to be the most likely option.
Yeah. I had a rumor it was going to be a Star Trek film. That's what I had.
Written a Star Trek film.
Right.
It's what it is. Some time ago, and he's given it to the powers that be with Star Trek more than once, and they've told him he can stick it up his Klingon.
Right.
Because I just, a Tarantino Star Trek movie, we'd all love to see it. If you're a Tarantino fan, because sci-fi is like the one thing he hasn't done.
Yeah.
He's done martial arts, he's done Western, he's done gangster, he's done, so you feel like he'll do a sci-fi film.
A Tarantino Star Trek.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. They don't really do much blood in Star Trek, do they?
I mean, I'm sure he's that age, he's that era. I'm sure he's like a huge fan. He knows. I'm sure he'd be very respectful of what Star Trek means to the millions of people who love it.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'm sure it's probably possibly like the least Tarantino script that he's maybe written.
Yeah.
I'd be curious. At some point, he'll probably publish it, and we'll at least get to read it.
Yeah, definitely.
At some point, I would imagine. But yeah, his next film, very likely Kill Bill Volume 3. And
definitely not against that.
Yeah, not against that at all.
Yeah, I'm so down for that because he did say after releasing Volume 2, he said a few times it was one of those films because it took him till he'd finished it, and then he went, "I know how to make a martial arts movie." But I've just gave people like 6 hours worth of it. They don't want any more. But he kind of really now I've worked out how to do it. I want to go do one. He doesn't seem to have lost that buzz for making a martial arts movie. Now he's sussed it.
Yeah.
So if he does do it, if you like the first two,
it'd be good.
Can only imagine. It's going to be pretty damn good.
Definitely.
But he did get Yen Wu Ping to do the choreography on both those movies. That's the name to look for, kids. If you're looking for directors, fight choreographers from going back to the early 80s movies through to some, if you want to find the better Hollywood martial arts movies instead of watching good Hong Kong or Chinese movies, if you want to watch the Hollywood ones, Yen Wu Ping, if it's got that name, it actually did The Matrix. That's why that kind of worked out okay. Fantastic choreography. Did Iron Monkey, that's one to look up. The Donnie Yen version. in particular. Everybody knows Donnie Yen. He's the go-to international martial arts star, I think, for Hollywood. It seems for now.
Yeah,
love that guy. Been in Star Wars, so
he's
been in Star Wars. He was in Rogue One.
Oh yeah, of course he was. Yeah,
he was I am the Force is me, or whatever.
The blind guy.
Yeah. It was like they didn't really showcase him as good as they could, but he'd have just taken over the whole film because the guy's phenomenal.
Yeah.
He's so fast. I've seen so many like behind the scenes docs of him having to slow down because the cameras just can't
pick him up.
It's like slow down and take 2, slow down, take 3, take 4, take 5, take 7. He's like, to him it must be like taking the piss, but it's like he still looks so fast.
Yeah.
And people say, oh, they probably speeded up the camera. It's like, if anything, dude, they've slowed it down. This guy's phenomenal. And he ain't getting any slower in his old age. That's a fact. His big thing, he played Fong Young Suk in a couple of films, and so has Jet Li. And apparently there was this move, a shadowless kick.
Right.
Sure, it probably has a much more impressive kind of name than something lost in translation. But and in the Jet Li movie, they sped it up. And Donnie Yen's big thing that he's held over Jet Li's head for years is, I did it. I learned. I did the homework, and I did it. You can see it for real in my movie. But so you guys, if you do you stay away from martial arts movies? Is it because I know people with like science PhDs and stuff and science fiction. It's sometimes hard for them to kind of switch off because they're like, that wouldn't work. It's not like that. That's silly.
Sometimes I struggle to watch like the Karate Kids and the Cobra Kais, but I like the old like Enter the Dragon. I love Enter the Dragon, great one. But then it's one of the ones like I feel like I love it because it's a bit cheesy.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, they're hard to watch because you know that it's not going to work like that, and I wouldn't do that.
So, and I always, if I'm ever like watching Fast and Furious, in my head I'm just breaking down the
Fast and Furious.
breaking down the choreography. I'm just thinking, really.
I've never taken a single class, but when it comes to the movies, people do consider me a bit of a snob because I'm kind of poo-poo a lot of the kind of Hollywood movies because I like to do the research. I like to look up the people that are in it, and I like to watch martial artists in movies rather than watching actors
pretending to be martial.
As much as I love the Kill Bills and Uma Thurman ain't no martial artist. God knows she put some hours in to pull off what she does, but and Jen Wu Ping doing the choreography. But when I watch people who've like, this guy's like 5-time wushu champion, like Jet Li. I know that they're still making a movie, and there's still all the movie magic that goes on with that. But somehow I just feel more. I can get more immersed and kind of take it more seriously, even as there's just nothing more than a fan when I'm watching those guys. Because I feel like I assume, I could be wrong, but I assume that those guys would kind of keep the movie sort of grounded.
It'd be hard for them to not to do some. It'd be hard for them to do something that isn't right because it's that ingrained in you. It's really hard to do it wrong.
A director or a choreographer is not going to tell a martial artist what to do, or if they do, it's like just going to like think really. Right?
I wouldn't have wanted to be telling Bruce Lee or Yen or even Jackie Chan what to do. I just feel like we need you to get from here over there.
Do what you will.
Go for it.
Anyway, so let's just go back to the beginning and I'll let you wrap it up and get yourselves off. So kids, this has been, go on, you pronounce it again for me.
Kazoku Martial Arts.
Kazoku Martial Arts, and you're based in
Rotherham, next to Sophie UK, near Dalton Asda, for everybody else that knows the area.
On the mushroom roundabout.
There you go. And you have for all
All
ages, genders, abilities. If someone's already got so far, maybe with another school, and they were coming to you,
we would assess at the time.
Yeah.
Obviously accept them in, but then we'll assess where we rank them.
Yeah.
Like, say if they've got the skills, but they're not. Either they might be better than they say they are, they might be worse than they say they are. But we just figure out as they go. There's no judgment, no nothing. Just see what happens.
There you go.
We have got to have left your previous club and you're planning on returning.
Yeah, if you've just joined us, bye. We're going, but yeah, if you go back to the beginning, you see it sounds like a fantastic atmosphere, an incredibly friendly family place to be. This is where I'm going. If I am gonna take the plunge, this will be where I'm going. But we'll call it a day. I'll let you go. I've taken up plenty of time. Thank you so much for doing this. It's been a pleasure. It's been great to meet you.
Great, thank you.
And good luck in everything you've got coming up. Have you got anything on the horizon? Tournaments or?
Yeah, we're in
World Games in September.
We're in Solihull, and then we're in Czech Republic in September for the World Games.
All the best for that. They are currently raising funds for said trip. If you check out their socials, you'll find them. There'll be a link, no doubt,
there is
somewhere on there for you. If you feel like chipping in, that'd be fantastic. I'll be back. I can't even remember my own schedule, but I'll be back next week. I know I'm booked up still for a few weeks, so I know I'm good. But I'll be back. So, thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure.
Bye. See you later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. And away they go. There you go. Now, weren't they fantastic? So if you're going to go martial arts, go with those guys. That's all I can say. Wax on, wax off.